Hello and welcome, my name is Cool Zilu and this is a quick guide on how to play Guild Wars 2. Starting a new game, especially one that's been out for almost 8 years, can be pretty overwhelming. Hopefully this guide will help you get your bearings, find your footing, and start having fun. Here are the timestamps, they are in the description, feel free to skip around at your leisure. If anything I say makes you want to check out the game, links are in the description for your convenience. Let's get started. The main theme of this video, the vision, the mantra, the reminder, is start slow. One of Guild Wars 2's strengths is that there is no gear treadmill, there is no endless grinding, and you are not light years behind the people who have been playing the game since release. I got completely caught up in all content in less than a year. That's not to say that there is no content, only that you're not punished for being late to the party. It starts when you start. It can be just as meaningful at level 1 as it is at level 80, and it's all about the journey. As long as you take it slow and just explore, the game does a decent job introducing you to it. However, with that said, whatever you do, do not use the level boost that you get with buying the expansions. Don't do that to yourself, do not overwhelm yourself, just start slow and play. With that said, here's how to get started. When you first boot up the game, you will be asked which server you would like to join. For almost all intents and purposes, you only need to choose between North American and European servers, as all of the sub-servers can group, play, talk, and see each other in the open world. The only exception to this rule is for World vs. World, which is a massive-scale PvP environment fought between the sub-servers where you win by taking and holding fortresses. If you have friends who play the game, you should probably pick the server that they're in so you have the option to play World vs. World with them. But if you're the only one who plays the game that you know, you can always join me on Isle of Janthier on the NA server, or pick whichever name sounds coolest. There are, however, World vs. World rankings on the Guild Wars 2 website. I will link that in the description if it will influence your decision. Now it's time to create your character. Double click on the open icon to get started. First, select your race and gender. All of the races are equally incredible and unique, and no race is necessarily better than the others. There are no racial stat bonuses, and the racial skills that do exist are really just placeholders and will be wildly outperformed by your class skills. Just pick whichever one you think is cool. Then pick your class. All of the classes in Guild Wars 2 are fun, and each of them have 2 elite specialization subclass options. Generally, the ones on the left will have less to worry about and be less complicated, but you can honestly start with any class. However, I will say that the class Revenant is only available to those with expansion access. But other than that, you can go with whichever description and aesthetic suits your fancy. After you get your character looking how you would like them to look, you can pick a piece of equipment or a pet if you're a ranger. Don't worry if it's ugly, you can hide it as soon as you get into the game. You will then be asked to make some simple decisions that will both help you think about who your character is and influence your very early personal story. Pick whichever ones feel right. Choose your name and you're done. When you jump in, you'll be treated to a short cutscene explaining the gist of your race's history and culture and expanding on the decisions you made during character creation. And then welcome to the tutorial. Before getting into the gameplay, here's a quick and dirty tour of the interface. Your hit points or health, your endurance for dodging, your weapon skills, your heal skills, your 3 utility skills, your elite or ultimate skill, your mini map, your chat box, your party menu, story, event, and achievement watch list information, and your level and experience bar. As for the icons up top, the cog is the game menu, default keybind escape. The person is the looking for group tool, default keybind Y, which has your friends list, the looking for group finder, the people following you, and the people you've blocked. The sword and shield icon is the hero panel, default keybind H, where you can access your equipment / wardrobe / armor dies, your skills and class customization training, your current skills and class customizations options, your story, and your achievements. The backpack icon brings up your inventory, default keybind I, which you can condense by clicking the cog and selecting hide bags. The letter icon is your in-game mail, the checkered crest is the guild panel, default keybind G, the tower is World vs. World, default keybind B, the cross sword icon is the structured PvP lobby, The Lion is the Black Lion Trading Company, default keybind O, which is home to the in-game store, the currency exchange, and the trading post, which is dictated by the player base's supply and demand. You can immediately change up your options and keybinds by hitting escape and clicking options, but more importantly, you can hide the potentially ugly character creation item by hitting H, which will pull up the hero panel, going up to the equipment category if you're not already on it, then click the little check mark on the equipment icon and the gear will be hidden. You'll notice you have only one weapon skill and one healing skill. You'll unlock more as you level up and are more comfortable with the game. You can mouse over them to be told what exactly they do, or you can basically understand that this button does damage and this button heals you. Talk to the person with the green star above their head and follow along with what the instructions say in the corner to progress the tutorial. It will end with a cool boss fight. Hit the thing with your damage button by clicking on the red target circles and aiming in the general direction of it, and heal yourself with your heal button when you are low of health. This is only the tutorial. You will be fine, I promise. After you kill the boss and get your rewards, I can officially give you the fullest welcome to Tyria, because you are officially in the game proper. So welcome! Here's how you play. The easiest and, in my opinion, most enjoyable way to level up is simply by exploring, a process called map completion. I'll walk you through it. As you march through the map, you will reveal sections of it, and in those sections of the revealed map, here's what you will encounter. Renown hearts. These little yellow hearts replace traditional quests, and are the majority of what you will be doing in the open world. You can talk to any NPC with a telescope above their head in order to discover them, or you can just walk into them while exploring. In order to fill up and complete the heart, you will help out around the area. You will not always be murdering every monster you see, although that does tend to count towards heart completion. Instead, you can repair walls, tend to the wounded, clear the road, and do any number of general helpful activities. But you will still kill a lot of things. After all, there are bandits, centaurs, separatists, sons of Svanir, Inquest, Flame Legion, renegades, the Nightmare Corps, and lots, and lots, and lots of dragon minions. You will have plenty of things to do. After you complete a heart, the person giving it will become a merchant. These merchants will be the main source of your leveling gear and an easy place to sell your junk. Waypoints. All of the little diamonds on the map are Guild Wars 2's fast travel system. You fill them in by going near them and then can return to them at any time for a very, very small fee. They are very good and helpful. If you see one, go grab it. Points of interest. The little squares scattered around are points of interest. They are meant to encourage exploring. All you need to do to fill them in is to go near them. Hero points. This system is how you unlock your class skills and customization options. Pro tip, unlock your skills first. In order to get your hero point, you will have to perform a variety of tasks. The most common one are to defeat a slightly stronger monster, simply walking up and interacting with the Pillar of Light to commune with it, or eating something that you probably shouldn't be eating. However, be warned for the hero points you have to commune at. There will often be a veteran monster guarding it, and being attacked will interrupt the communing. Finally, vistas. Vistas look like little red mountains. They are also for encouraging exploring. You go up to them and interact with them to be treated of a cinematic view of the map. Map completion is simply the process of doing every heart, waypoint, point of interest, hero point, and vista on the map. It's just going around, taking your time, and enjoying the journey. I personally like to fully map complete a map before I move on to another one or continue the story, but that's just me. You start the game with a waypoint in each race's starting zone unlocked, so you can skip around if you want to. Every 10 levels, you will unlock a new section of the personal story, again represented by the green star. It's a pretty good story, I highly recommend it, and the rewards are nothing to scoff at either. The way I like to do it is like this. Finish the tutorial, map complete the map, then continue the story. If the story brings me to a different map, I map complete that map before continuing the story. Obviously, you don't have to do it like that, but you will level quite fast if you do explore at your own pace. Now, you'll be getting a whole bunch of stuff while you play the game. You don't really have to worry about having good gear until you get to max level, so the stuff you get can be very cluttering. Here's how to stay on top of your bags the easy way. You can buy some bags from the merchant very close to where you start. Grab some of them. New bag space is more bag space and is good bag space. If you have access to the trading post, as in you have waited the 3 days in order to access it, you can pick up some bigger bags from there. If not, you will get a bigger bag from the tutorial achievement to map complete your starting zone, or you can make do with the merchant bags. You can craft bags, but as a brand new player, crafting isn't that much of a priority as opposed to getting your bearings. With that said, I'm going to tell you the best bag there is for keeping organized, and that is the 8-slot invisible bag. The invisible attribute means that it will not appear able to sell to vendors and will not move when you compact the bag, and the 8 slots are perfect because that is the number of slots you need to stay organized. You fill the bag with harvesting tools and salvage kits that you buy at the merchant and use for gathering materials and recycling old gear for materials respectively, as well as any unidentified gear you get. There are 3 different types. That is all you need for a perfectly clear inventory. Here's the simple thought process that you should go through when you clear your bags. Step 1. Deposit all materials by clicking the cog in the corner and clicking deposit all materials, and compact your inventory by clicking compact. Step 2. Open any bags that you have. Step 3. Find a merchant, either a regular merchant or a heart merchant, and sell all your junk. Compact your inventory. Step 4. Mouse over any equipment that you have. If the numbers are green and you can use them, equip it. Step 5. Double click on a salvage kit and salvage anything you can. Deposit and compact. Step 6. Any old gear that is worse than what you are currently using and you cannot sell or salvage, destroy it. You don't need it anymore, it's clogging you up. And that's how you stay on top of your bags. One final note about keeping tidy. The boosters that you get, either use them, delete them, or have them take up more space in the bank than they have any right to, like I do. So that's how you play Guild Wars 2. At least how to play enough to get you started and not be completely overwhelmed. So yeah. If you did indeed like this video, feel free to tell the YouTube algorithm you do by pressing the like button. If you would like to consistently be shown my content, hit subscribe and click the notification bell. If you have any questions about who I am, what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, feel free to ask in the comments or come to my Twitch channel. The link is in the description. Follow to be notified when I go live. You can ask your questions there. On Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I teach meta events. On Thursday, I do a world boss train. On Friday and Saturday, I teach tier 1 fractals. And on Sunday, I progress my alternate characters. Thank you for watching, and remember to love what you love, play what you play, and have fun. See you soon!